Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, so it is weigh-in and meeting topic day. It's been a hot minute. I did not weigh in or do a video last week. If you saw any of my recent videos, you know we had a rough week last week. Between the boys going back to school and Smalls, our cat, passing away, it was a rough week. It was a rough week eating between them going back to school and getting all the favorites in and having a few treats. And honestly, I didn't cook once last week. Between vet appointments and hard decisions and things like that, we just didn't cook. We did get takeout once or twice. We just foraged around the house to find what we wanted. And most of the time it wasn't anything decent. Cereal for dinner, Kamut Puffs. We have two kinds of cereal in our house, Kamut Puffs and Heritage O's. So it's not like we could binge on a box of Lucky Charms or something, but like we did like a charcuterie one night, and then we had the wedding. And yeah, so last week, honestly, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I did not track a single thing. I started out good on Monday, and then it went to hell in a handbasket. So that being said, I was a little terrified to step on the scale this week, not knowing. Now my clothes still fit good, I still feel good, but I was terrified to step on the scale. But of course I did, because what's the point of not? And I was up, which I'm not surprised. I was up 1 pound. Not worried about that. To me, 1 pound is not the end of the world when you are where I am at. Now, I can say that I am in maintenance, but that's not 100% true, because I told you I'm trying to lose a few pounds. But I am not upset about 1 pound, not after the week we had. And I think because I got right back on track on Monday, really kind of Sunday? No, Sunday we had that barbecue. But I got right back on track Monday, and I think that actually helped a little bit. I think I would have been up a little bit more. I'm not sure. I was going somewhere with this. I was making a point. Oh, and honestly, I know this is TMI, but when you don't use the bathroom for a few days, that can hold that extra pound too. So I'm not concerned about it. I know it will come off. I plan on having a fantastic week this week. We thought we had nothing going on this week, and I was going to cook every meal at home, and then, things happen. Saturday, I believe it's Saturday, we're still working out the details. We're going to help Andrew in his classroom. And that usually involves a meal out, I'm not going to lie. And then Sunday, we should be fine. Monday, we have a birthday party, which I will be fine. I am not going to make poor decisions. But I just thought it was going to be like every day at home. But it's all good. And we have to learn to navigate life, because life happens. I mean, we are literally busy every weekend in September, I believe. So it happens. So with that being said, I was up 1 pound. I'm okay with that. It's all good. I know why I was up a pound. And life goes on, and we're just going to move on, and we're going to have a great week. Like I said, Monday and Tuesday were fantastic days. I did film yesterday, a full day of eating. I am not putting it up until I get, I did it was a sponsored video. There was one thing in there that was a sponsored product. So I always like to send the video to the sponsor first to make sure that I represented their brand well. So as soon as they release that to me, I will put that up. You'll see what a great day I had yesterday. And yesterday was one of the only days that my points and my calories actually lined up. I was a little bit surprised. But that video is coming. There were a bunch of videos that were supposed to be filmed last week, and they weren't, because hell in a handbasket. So the points versus calories video is coming, as is the eat this, not that video that I promised a lot of you. So anyway, enough chit chat. I'm talking and I can't shut up. We're going to move on to the topic. And the topic this week, I'll put my tea down, is how to stay inspired no matter what the scale says. And that's exactly what I'm doing this week. So let's see what WW has to say about it. There are tons of ways to measure progress and success. And it starts with imagining how you'd celebrate those wins if the scale didn't exist. So they are talking non-scale victories. A non-scale victory is progress that isn't related to the number on the scale and helps us see the bigger picture to stay inspired. Try this. They want you to list 3 things that have changed in the past month. And that's not allowed to be the number on the scale. And that could be things such as maybe you've started working out and you've noticed over the past month that you can walk farther. You can run farther without getting out of breath. You can do 20 minutes of HIIT training instead of 15, or it can be anything like that. You can swim an extra lap without being tired. That is a huge non-scale victory. Huge. Also, now, and I think there's a blurred line between scale and non-scale victories, because you could say your clothes are fitting much better. Well, your clothes are fitting better because probably you're losing weight in inches, which is kind of related to the scale, but we're not gonna nitpick. So your clothes could be fitting better. You could notice that maybe your shirts aren't as tight, or the waistband in your jeans is not as tight, or you can bend over in your jeans. They don't stop you from bending over. Things like that. It can be the way your clothes fit. And a non-scale victory can also be somebody saying to you, wow, you look really good. Are you working out? Are you losing weight? What are you doing? It can be feeling better. It can be changing our diets and getting all the crap out of our diets to make us feel better. I felt better when I lost the weight originally back in 2018. I did. But I never realized how much better I could feel when I got rid of all the crap out of my diet. So that could be, my muscles and my joints and all that. So there's so many non-scale victories that we can celebrate. I mean, I had a gain on the scale this week, but I feel I did, even though I had a gain, I feel I had some non-scale victories. Like at the wedding, I could have easily eaten so much more. Now, I'm not going to lie. I did have dessert. They were 1-bite desserts, mini desserts. They had Meyer lemon cupcakes, which were honestly one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. They had little peanut butter mousse tarts, and they had brownies. The brownies they were salted caramel, and I don't like salted caramel. But let me tell you, those Meyer lemon cupcakes were so good, and I could have easily eaten more than one. But I didn't. I had it, I enjoyed it, and I moved on. Later on in the night, when they started bringing the late night snacks out, it was French fries with like this Parmesan cheese stuff. It was ice cream sandwiches. I could have easily eaten both. I could have double fisted it, but I did not. I knew from seeing the menu that I wanted an ice cream sandwich. I knew that because they're like one of my favorites. And I had one. I had a half of one. And I had no French fries, not even a taste. So I did make some good choices. Not the best choices, but I made good choices. And I feel like that's a non-scale victory. You might not be perfect, but no one is. So just make the best choices you can. And make them consciously. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to make the best choice I can and eat 3 ice cream sandwiches. Because come on, face it, guys, that is not the best choice. It is not. So you just have to think about that. So I think I did make some good choices. And I think that was a non-scale victory. So they go on to say, are you struggling to fill the line in the lines Ask yourself, if the scale didn't exist, how would I measure success? Consider these options. Healthy habits, like starting a wake and walk routine. Yes moments. Maybe you aren't so wiped after work or your clothes are fitting better. I guess I should have read this before I said all this because it's exactly what I said. Changes to your health or new to you experiences. Trying a new workout class or learning to cook. So there are a whole bunch of things. Pretty much anything that puts a positive spin on your journey, on your life, can be a non-scale victory. And everyone's will be different. Just because you may be able to run further or walk further, someone with physical limitations may not. And that's okay. We don't all have to have the same victories. Look at yourself and look at your personal goals and your personal situation and come up with your victories. It says, let's dive a little deeper. Now that you have your list, think about what those wins really mean. Recognize the impact of each one. Maybe cooking more means you enjoy healthier, fresher meals. Or fitting into your favorite clothes makes getting dressed easier. I love the fact that I can go to my closet and grab something and know it fits and not have to worry about, oh my gosh, what am I going to wear today? What fits me? What can I get over my butt? What can I button on my waist? And I have clothes in my closet that fit me. I don't have, size 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. I don't. Because that would spell trouble for me. Because knowing those other clothes were there, I may be able to fall back on them. So I don't keep bigger clothes. I keep the size I am in. Now, granted, if you're a woman, you know that sometimes that spans 3 sizes because not all clothes are created equally. I'm not going to lie. I have pants that are size 2 and I have pants that are a size 6. And guess what? They both fit me. So sometimes you can't go by what the label says. You have to go by how they feel and how they look. So don't ever get down on yourself for that. Now, if you're gaining weight and have to buy bigger sizes, yeah, then there's a problem. But if you're staying the same weight and the same consistency and you have to buy a bigger size, then it's okay. So you have to remember that too. You can't beat yourself up over things like that. So then they say, zoom out to see the big picture. How do you feel reflecting on and celebrating these types of wins? How is it different from when you focus only on the scale? My biggest win in my entire journey, besides losing 65 pounds, besides feeling great, is the fact that I was able to get off of my blood pressure medication. Yep. To me, that is why I started this journey. I've told you this 100 times. I started it because of a picture I saw of myself. And I started it because of a health scare. I thought I was having a stroke because of my blood pressure. So getting off of that blood pressure medication has meant the world to me. That to me is the best and biggest thing. And let me tell you, your journey is going to morph. It's going to change. Your why is going to change, and it should change because we're growing. We're learning new things about ourselves. We are expanding our horizons. If you had asked me back in 2018 when I started this journey, if you had asked me where I would end up today, the answer would have been different 3 years ago. I never would have said we would have embraced all whole foods and that I make everything from scratch now and I do this and I do that. I never ever would have said that because I did my journey differently in the beginning than I've done it in the end. And that's okay too. It's growth. It's mindset. It's learning. It's researching and realizing what is the right thing for you. And the right thing for one person is not the right thing for everyone. You have to find your niche and you have to run with it. And don't ever be afraid to change things up. Little off topic. So it says, sure, it feels amazing to see a lower number on the scale each week. Or if you've already met your goal, to maintain the same-ish number. But scale changes are far from a sure thing, and they're only one measure of progress. Plenty of factors may slow your weight loss, may stop you in your tracks, or send you sliding in reverse. Plateaus and setbacks are often part of the ride. Here's the thing though, just like your why probably goes beyond weight loss, so do your wins. And we mean all of your wins, from eating vegetables at almost every meal, to more abstract victories, like realizing you've got Energizer Bunny stamina and feeling so confident. The scale can't measure any of that. Research shows that for many WW members, reflecting on non-scale victories helps them lose weight and keep it off. So expand your definition of success and make a plan for how you'll keep popping the proverbial champagne. Maybe it's before you weigh yourself or while you write in your journal. Regardless, the more you do it, the more it and success may come naturally. So this was the last week in the Celebrate Your Journey series. For September, we will start a new series. I believe there's 5 Sundays in September, so it'll be another 5-week series. But friends, don't let the scale ever get you down. Don't beat yourself up. Now, I'm not saying if you go out and you eat horrifically for an entire week without abandon and just not caring and you're up. Yeah, you can let that beat you up a little bit because you know what you did. And sometimes we have to let that get to us a little bit so we realize how it made us feel and we realize we can turn it around. You just have to remember, don't let one bad meal turn into a bad day. Don't let one bad day turn into a bad week. Don't let one bad week turn into a bad month, and don't let one bad month completely destroy what you've worked so hard for. We can always turn it around. We can. We can start again. We can start again. But just remember, starting over every single day, you're not going to make progress. So sometimes you have to make those hard choices, and you have to just say no sometimes, and you have to just do what is right, not what is fun. It would have been fun to eat a second cupcake at the wedding or a second ice cream sandwich. I already let myself a little loose. I couldn't go any looser because I know what would happen. And I'm going to tell you, it's been a little hard after this weekend to detox from the sugar. It's been a little hard because let me tell you, sugar is like tobacco. It is addicting. And I had a lot of sugar last week and the end of last week. And it's been hard detoxing from it. It really has been. I've kind of taken it on a gradual. But today is definitely going to be a good detox day for me. But anyway, that is it for this week. So figure out what those non-scale victories are and celebrate them. Let me know in the comments below what your non-scale victories are, and we will celebrate them together. So my friends, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button. It really does help my channel out. Give this video a thumbs up, share it, and comment because YouTube sees that and they are more apt to share my videos with other people. So I would appreciate that. I will leave some videos linked here, and that is it for me today. I will see you in my next video, my friends. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.